No, I'll run this town to be near you. No gray skies ever turn blue. I stand alone. I stand alone. I stand alone.
Tribe, how's it going? Jim here, Oak Mountain State Park, where Tribe Quest will take place this Saturday, October 1st, an awesome event. And if you're not signed up yet, you need to get signed up as soon as possible. You're going to find out in this episode what the WODs will be on Saturday. And quite frankly, I'm a little surprised you're not signed up yet. This is a competition we expected a lot of people to embrace. You asked for competitions in the Q1 surveys that you filled out, and this one is going to blow away Tribal Wars. So if you thought Tribal Wars was a special competition, it was, but this is going to be extra special. Let's check out what the WODs will entail so you can find out more reasons why you need to sign up for this event on Saturday, October 1st. I told you I was going to give you a chance to check out what the WODs were going to be this weekend. That way, if you're on the fence, which I can't understand why you'd be on the fence, such a great event, but if you are on the fence, this should get you over the hump. So here we are, Director of Training Lewin Wynn, going to talk about the WODs. Lewin, the theme I'm going with is stand alone. Who's going to stand alone from the rest of the tribe and become the RX and scaled champion for the male and female sections of this awesome competition? And so why don't we get started by just talking about your philosophy and coming up with these WODs and what this event is going to be from an overall standpoint.
Sure, absolutely. As you guys know, this is our first chance to do an individual competition, and we just want to make sure that everyone has fun, B, make sure that it is competitive, and C, challenge different skill sets and, of course, metabolic pathways and requirements. So what I have in mind is 3 WODs, and actually the way we're scoring it, one of them can be considered 2 WODs in one, but we'll explain that more in a bit. But I just have 3 WODs, one where it's really going to allow for the lighter athlete with a lot of Metcon to really show their stuff. Another one which will allow the athlete that's more dominant in the strength aspect of things to really show their stuff. And the third one is kind of a free-for-all, where it's going to be a mixture of both, all while using just the awesome venue that we're at. So just incorporating a lot of the elements here at Oak Mountain.
All right, well, let's check out WOD number 1.
3, 2, 1, go! All right, guys, we're at the first event. It's a trail run with a buy-in. Guys are going to be doing 35 hand-release push-ups. Girls are going to be 20 hand-release push-ups. Whenever you're done with your buy-in, you're going to take off like she's doing right now, come up, sprint up this hill. We'll have people stop traffic for us at 8 o'clock in the morning, come across, and start up the driveway towards the trail run. And just remember, this trail run's about 2.5 miles. I ran it the other day. Some things that I wanted to point out. There's some really steep ascents and really steep descents. So keep in mind of what you're going to wear. Trail running shoes. Some of you may even want to use some gloves in case you have to put a hand down and so you don't mess up your hands if you fall and stumble. There is some loose pine straw. There is some loose rubble. So just to make sure that as far as safety-wise, I'd rather you guys take it a little slower, and so we don't get any sprained ankles and injuries. The trail's going to be marked off. We're going to have signs marking off and making sure that you know exactly which way to go. And we'll also have staff with walkie-talkies all along the trail, just to make sure there's any emergencies that pop up. But it's approximately 2.5 mile run, walk, however you decide. But yeah, that's the trail run with a push-up buy-in. What's up, guys? Here we are about to announce WOD number 2, and I call it the 2-minute gauntlet. So the very first movement is going to be for 2 minutes. You're going to do max reps of ground to overhead. Guys, you're going to be using 135 pounds for this for the prescribed weight. Girls, you're going to be using 85 pounds for the prescribed weight. So here we got Karen demoing the ground to overhead. So as you know, as long as it goes ground to overhead, you've got lots of options. So one of the options you can do is you can clean it and then press it, which Karen will show. So once it's on a rack position, she can simply press. Probably wouldn't recommend doing that. She'll bring it to the ground, that'd be 1 rep. Another option is she can clean it and push press it. and she's using her hips to drive and push pressing it. She start getting tired, she's going to go to that jerk, so she can clean it and then push jerk it. And then finally, she can clean it and split jerk it. Now, as a reminder, in her cleans, she can power clean it, she can squat clean it, she can even do a thruster if she wants to, okay? And then let's not forget the snatch. She can power snatch it or squat snatch it. Show them a snatch, Karen. There you go. So again, 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to have 2 minutes to do as many reps as possible in this first portion of this 2-minute gauntlet. You're then going to get a 1-minute break. 1-minute break. Then you move to the second station, right? So she's going to move up to the second station. We'll rotate, which will be another AMRAP, as many reps as possible of a kettlebell swing. 53 for the guys, 35 for the girls, and that's the RX weight. Go ahead, Karen. So again, as a judge, what we're going to be looking for is to expose that ear, and I want that kettlebell vertical right above her. Just going to show good control, and good. Awesome. So after those 2 minutes, you get another 1-minute break. We're going to move to the third station of this gauntlet. Third station is going to be right out here on the field. After your 1-minute break, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see it, Karen. So she's going to run. There's 5 cones marked out. It's a 50-meter sprint, right? So every time she comes down, touch, and comes back, she's got 2 minutes to cover as much distance as she can. So your judge knows that every time you come down, it's 50 meters. Here she is, about to do 100, and let's say she goes on a third leg, and it's 3, 2, 1, time. She made it successfully 50 down, 50 back, and then 10 meters. So we'll give her a total score of 110 meters on that third portion of that WOD. Another 1-minute break. We're going to move into the last portion, the last movement of the gauntlet. All right, guys, so she finishes her sprint, the third movement. She gets a 1-minute break, and then you're going to go into the last movement, which is, again, it's for distance, and it's going to be a farmer's carry. Prescribed weight for this is going to be, for the guys, 95 pounds in each hand. Girls going to be 65 pounds. So she's actually using the prescribed weight right here on the barbells, so super awkward. 3, 2, 1, go. She's going to pick it up, making sure she's balanced. That is key. And she's going to farmer carry as far as the distance as she can in 2 minutes. If she needs to put it down, she can, but that's just more time that's ticking off the clock for her. Now, the rules to a farmer carry is it's got to be below your waist. It can't be above your waist, can't be on your shoulders. You've got to carry it with straight arms. So you can see she's trying to find that balancing point. She's going to go down there. And Karen, turn around for us. So she's going to go all the way to 50 meters and then turn around, which is super awkward because that weight is continuing to move. Just pick it up. Again, at the end of time, 3, 2, 1, go. Your judges are going to calculate the distance that you've traveled. All right, guys, so one thing I want to point out about this WOD number 2, the 2-minute gauntlet, it's going to be scored as if it were 2 separate events. So the reps that you get on the ground overhead and the reps that you get on the kettlebell swings, those are going to be combined. So you get 1 score and you'll be ranked on that 1 score. Then we'll add up the distance that you get on the shuttle run, and we'll add up the distance that you get on the farmer's carry, and that'll be a total distance. So you'll get scored, think of it as two scoring systems as far as this second WOD goes. So I just want to make sure that's clear. All right, guys. WOD number 3 is going to be our chipper of the day. We're going to start off with 30 sumo deadlift high pulls. So Karen's going to show a couple sumo deads. Nice and wide, grip. She's going to pull, touching each time, pulling up to the base of her chin. After she's done with 30 of those, she's going to transfer to 40 back squats. Now the weight on this is going to be 95-65. So she's using prescribed weight. She had to clean it up and push press it to get on her back. So she's going to do 40 back squats to buy in. Whenever she's done with all 40, you just drop the weight. She's going to sprint down 30 meters where your paddleboard's going to be waiting for you. Now, Ben and Padilla paddleboards, they're not here at the moment, but we're going to mimic as if those were the paddleboards. You're going to pick up the paddleboards and do overhead walking lunges for the remaining 20 meters of this WOD. I think we should go ahead and make her do the whole thing. How's it feeling right now, Karen? Awesome, guys. So this movement won't be complete until she passes this last meter, making it a total of 20 meters of overhead lunges. Then she's going to carry her paddle board and paddle with her down to the water's edge. So what's going to happen is she's going to run with her board and paddle down this sidewalk, and as soon as she passes the fence, she's going to turn right and enter the water, where she's going to put in and do her distance of paddle boarding. Now, one thing I want to talk about these boards, they're nice and wide and stable, but you must be standing the entire time. You cannot kneel, you cannot sit on it. You've got to be standing up. You got to be paddling. And we're going to paddle, and Jim, if you can zoom in, we're going to paddle to that tree that's out there. That's going to act as our turnaround point that's sticking out of the water. So you'll actually go around that and paddle back. Once you're back in, you're going to carry your board and your paddle back to the finish line, and that'll be the end of the WOD.
So guys, Lewin let you behind the curtain and gave you a chance to see what awesome WODs we're all going to have the chance to do during Tribe Quest on Saturday. Lewin, thanks for doing that. And
yeah,
any last words of encouragement for that guy behind the computer screen right now who's not signed up yet, or that girl who's watching this not signed up yet?
Just what we've been saying the whole time. You compete every single day, and what I've been hearing is, oh, I can't compete because I'm not ready because I won't win. Well, you know, if you don't win the WODs every day, which no one does, so you go in and get better. So same thing here. Competition brings the best out of you. We see PRs set during the competitions, and you get a lot of experience. You're just not only dealing with the emotional butterfly side of things, but just you start to learn how to pace yourself. You start to learn what it's like to put your body through multiple WODs, and we get to be out here with the rest of the tribe and doing stuff that we don't normally get to do in a gym such as a trail run and this awesome stand-up paddleboarding. So
it's awesome stuff. It's going to be a great time. Steve's going to be here cooking out. It's a great Saturday event. Tribe Quest #1. We're going to have many more of these, especially with more locations popping up around town. So get in to this awesome inaugural Tribe Quest and sign up right now.
do it.